Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we are going in with an oldie but a goodie, the James Charles palette. I use and abuse this all the time. It's in collaboration with Morphe. I'm sure everyone knows about it, but just in case you didn't, now you do. So I laid down some concealer on my eye, and then I also primed with Urban Decay Primer Potion. You have to use a wet primer to make the shadows work for the most part, so that is what I'm doing. And then I just dipped into the bright yellow shade right off the bat because I knew I wanted to do these certain colors that I'm doing, so I already had kind of an idea going in what I was going to do. So I just applied that with a blending brush, but also just packed it on as well. So I switched this brush eventually because it's way too big for what I was trying to do, but I dipped into the lime green color in the palette, and then I'm just packing on the color, and then I'm also blending it into the yellow and just blending it out on the edges as well. So I get really up close and personal so you can see all of my flaws in my skin, but hey, that's okay. Then I grab that, it's like a different, kind of like a buffing brush, I guess, from Real Techniques, and I just used that for the blue because I really wanted that to pop. So I just built up the blue, and then I go back and forth with the green, the blue, and the yellow. Mostly the green, being that it's in the middle, it just is easier to blend with the green than anything else. But you just have to make sure that you're keeping up with the pigment and making sure that you keep the pigment while blending it out so it still looks nice. So that's what I'm continuing to do here. So while we're just doing the same thing, I just wanted to mention to you guys that I am like 400 away from hitting my 3,000 goal on Instagram. So once we do that, I'm going to have a giveaway. So I always have my Instagram linked down below, so make sure that you check that out. Because that will be exciting. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it will definitely be worth following me and subscribing and everything like that. Subscribing will be one of the rules. So yeah, even though it's for my Instagram, I still want y'all to subscribe, obviously. But yeah, that's going to be coming up soon, I hope, within the next month or two. So yeah, that's kind of what I have. I tweaked it a little bit off camera after I got the other eye done, but then I went off and just put on liner and lashes, and now we're into the skin. First thing that I'm doing is taking the Tarte Timeless Poreless Primer, and I'm just applying that to my pore area, so my nose, my chin, and my forehead. And then I'm taking the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer, and I'm applying that to my entire face. So this foundation is not for me. It gives 0 to no coverage, and I really just don't enjoy it. It's the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation, and I'm really not impressed. I do want to get the Remarkable foundation, but now I'm even a little bit like hesitant with that because this one is just not it. It's not it. But I did get it at TJ Maxx, so at least I didn't pay the entire price, but I've always wanted the Remarkable one, so I'll probably buy that for myself for my birthday this year. But anyway, so going through, and I just have no coverage, and I do have some healing acne from hormonal breakouts, so that was kind of annoying, but I ended up using concealer to figure that out. And the sponge I'm using, by the way, is the Wet n Wild sponge, and I really enjoy it. It's really actually pretty nice, and it's only $3.99, which is amazing. So yeah, just continuing to try to figure out my life. You can tell by that face that I didn't love this foundation, and that's really an understatement for that because yeah, it wasn't that great. And then I use the CoverGirl, I think it's a True Blend concealer. I'm not sure though, but it's one of their newer ones. And then I also used it to contour my face. I don't know how much I love this as a contour, so kind of wish I didn't buy that and bought a different shade of the concealer to use when I'm like self-tanning. But yeah, it ended up just getting pretty muddy. I ended up like correcting it for the most part eventually, but it's pretty rough for a little bit here. And it just did not want to blend, and it looked so muddy, but after powder and stuff, it ends up being okay, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I'm really going to do that. I might use it for like nose contouring and under my lip, but other than that, yeah, it just kind of goes everywhere. Yeah, you can kind of just tell that it's not the best complexion. And then I add my concealer, which actually helps out a lot because it evens everything out for the most part. So I do enjoy that. I wanted to add more coverage and also just even out the muddiness of what that concealer did. And I also think it had to do with the foundation as well, because the foundation was so low coverage that I don't know, it just didn't seem to help at all. So then I'm just doing my concealer in my usual spots, center of the face, under my cheekbones, and then under my eyes as well. This sponge is kind of built like, actually it's almost exactly built like the Real Techniques one, but it does feel really different, and I like both of them, so I'm not really sure what the difference is, but it does feel different. So and then I'm going in with my Wet n Wild translucent powder, which is my favorite right now, which is so great because it's like $5.99 a thing, and it's huge. But I really like it. It really does the job and sets my makeup really well, which I love. I was doing a lot of powder this day because I had a bright eye on. So anytime I have a dramatic look or like a bright, colorful makeup look, I like my makeup to look very there, I guess. Like I like it to be very kind of like theatrical. Oh my god, that's so hard to say sometimes. So then I don't let that bake for very long, but I do have oily skin, so I just let it sit there for a couple of minutes. And then yeah, I just dust it off with a brush and a little bit of powder, and that's it. Then after that, I'm going to do some bronzing and contouring with my Hoola bronzer. So taking that in all the normal spots that I do, I just prefer a powder contour, I believe, but I usually don't do cream contour, but once in a while I dip my foot in, and I never really love it. Sometimes it turns out okay, but yeah. And then I'm taking this BH Cosmetics bronzer. I think it's like the Beached bronzer or something. And I am just bringing that down my neck and everything like that to, you know, even it out, whatever. So then I'm putting some Always Spicy by e.l.f. on my cheeks. And then I'm going to highlight with my Fresh and Frosted highlighting palette by Sugar Rush in Tarte, which I really love this palette, and it's only $23, which you get 3 highlights, and they're pretty decent sized. So I think it's really nice, and I really enjoy it. And then I'm also highlighting my inner corner and underneath my brow bone. And then I pretty much throw on a lippy, fix up my brows, do a little bit of mascara, and then that's pretty much it. So I hope that you guys really did enjoy this video. I was pretty chatty Cathy today. Oh my gosh, and of course my dog is just starting to play with his toy right now. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed and like this colorful look. It's been a minute since I've done like bright color look. So I really like the color scheme here, and I hope you guys did too. Don't forget to check out my link below for my Instagram, because I will be having that giveaway within the next couple months, and I am so excited, and I hope you guys are too. Leave below if you have any ideas of what you would want in the giveaway and what you've been wanting, so I know what people want and I will buy that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'll stop chatting, and you guys have a great one. Bye.